Hey everybody, here's Khaleesi. She just wanted to tell you hi. So I have an idea. I am thinking that because we can't be together, that I will make videos that I put out to Google Classroom, and I will read books to you guys so that we have something to talk about, and so that maybe we won't miss each other as much. What I'm thinking is that we can read Wonder as a chapter book, as a novel study. So I could read a chapter of Wonder and at a time, and then you can listen to it. Then the other thing I was thinking is there's this other book that I saw that I thought we might like. It's called The Last Kids on Earth. So I thought that might be a good one. And then I love this series, the I Survived series. So I grabbed one at the store when I went, and I thought maybe we could read some of those together. And the last thing is I got a whole bunch of books that are just about interesting people and interesting things. This one's about the Bermuda Triangle. This is about Ruth Bader Ginsburg, the Titanic, Walt Disney, Mr. Rogers, and Michael Jordan. I thought maybe it would be fun to read a chapter from Wonder every day, and then read one of the other books once a day also. So I would probably make those two separate things so you could just choose which one you wanted to listen to. The other thing I wanted to tell you guys is thank you so much for all your wonderful letters and pictures. I really, really appreciated that, and when I'm missing you guys, I totally take them out and reread them and look at all my wonderful pictures. They're hanging on my refrigerator all the time so I can think about you guys. But I wanted to let you know how much I appreciated you making those for me before we had to leave school on Friday. So thank you so much for that. And hopefully we'll figure out a way that you guys can keep sending me things. Maybe we could figure out how we could have a Google Classroom or a Google Doc that maybe we could share things with each other, something like that. I'm thinking about it. Not sure exactly what to do at this moment, but that's what I'm thinking. So why don't we start this? If you're ready, I can read you a chapter of Wonder, and then I can figure out which of the other books and record a different video for the separate books that I'm reading. Okay, so this is Wonder. Let me get my glasses. You know I can't see. This is Wonder by R.J. Palacio. And I've always meant to read it, but I just never had the chance. So I guess now we have a lot of time. We may as well try and read some of the books we haven't had a chance to, right? So let's see. There's a quote in the beginning. I'm going to go ahead and read that to you. It says, "Doctors have come from distant cities just to see me stand over my bed, disbelieving what they're seeing. They say I must be one of the wonders of God's own creation, and as far as they can see, they can offer no explanation." Natalie Merchant, I guess it's maybe a song, Wonder. I'm not sure. We'll see what it has to do with the book later. So part 1, August. Fate smiled and destiny laughed as she came to my cradle. The name of this chapter is Ordinary. Ordinary. I know I'm not an ordinary 10-year-old kid. I mean, sure, I do ordinary things. I eat ice cream, I ride my bike, I play ball, I have an Xbox. Stuff like that makes me ordinary, I guess. And I feel ordinary inside. But I know ordinary kids don't make other ordinary kids run away screaming in playgrounds. I know ordinary kids don't get stared at wherever they go. If I found a magic lamp and I could have one wish, I would wish that I had a normal face that no one ever noticed at all. I would wish that I could walk down the street without people seeing me and then doing that look away thing. Here's what I think. The only reason I'm not ordinary is that no one else sees me that way. But I'm kind of used to how I look by now. I know how to pretend I don't see the faces people make. We've all gotten pretty good at that sort of thing. Me, Mom and Dad, Via. Actually, I take that back. Via's not so good at it. She can get really annoyed when people do something rude. Like, for instance, one time in the playground, some older kids made some noises. I don't even know what the noises were exactly because I didn't hear them myself, but Via heard, and she just started yelling at the kids. That's the way she is. I'm not that way. Via doesn't see me as ordinary. She says she does, but if I were ordinary, she wouldn't feel like she needs to protect me as much. And Mom and Dad don't see me as ordinary either. They see me as extraordinary. I think the only person in the world who realizes how ordinary I am is me. My name is August, by the way. I won't describe what I look like. Whatever you're thinking, it's probably worse. Why I didn't go to school. Next week, I start 5th grade. Since I've never been to a real school before, I am pretty much totally and completely petrified. People think I haven't gone to school because of the way I look, but it's not that. It's because of all the surgeries I've had, 27 since I was born. The bigger ones happened before I was even 4 years old, so I don't remember those. But I've had 2 or 3 surgeries every year since then, some big, some small. And because I'm little for my age and I have some other medical mysteries the doctors never really figured out, I used to get sick a lot. That's why my parents decided it was better if I didn't go to school. I'm much stronger now, though. The last surgery I had was 8 months ago, and I probably won't have to have any more for another couple of years. Mom homeschools me. She used to be a children's book illustrator. She draws really great fairies and mermaids. Her boy stuff isn't so hot, though. She once tried to draw me a Darth Vader, but it ended up looking like some weird mushroom-shaped robot. I haven't seen her draw anything in a long time. I think she's too busy taking care of me and Via. I can't say I always wanted to go to school because that wouldn't be exactly true. What I wanted was to go to school, but only if I could be like every other kid going to school. Have lots of friends and hang out after school and stuff like that. I have a few really good friends now. Christopher is my best friend, followed by Zachary and Alex. We've known each other since we were babies, and since they've always known me the way I am, they're used to me. But when we were little, we used to have play dates all the time. But then Christopher moved to Bridgeport in Connecticut. That's more than an hour away from where I live in North River Heights, which is at the top tip of Manhattan. And Zachary and Alex started going to school. It's funny, even though Christopher's the one who moved far away, I still see him more than I see Zachary and Alex. They have all these new friends now. If we bump into each other on the street, they're still nice to me though. They always say hello. I have other friends too, but not as good as Christopher and Zach and Alex were. For instance, Zach and Alex always invited me to their birthday parties when we were little, but Joel and Iman and Gabe never did. Emma invited me once, but I haven't seen her in a long time. And of course, I always go to Christopher's parties. Maybe I'm making too big a deal about birthday parties. Okay, so that's like the first 2 tiny little chapters. I will read more to you tomorrow and send out a video. I'm going to put the videos on Google Classroom. I'm not sure how it's going to work. We're going to check and see. My son helped me make a YouTube channel so that I could put these videos on there. So I will put the link in Google Classroom, and you'll have to tell me on Google Classroom, you'll have to tell me if it worked, if you could see the video and if you could hear it and everything like that. Okay, so I'm going to say goodbye for now, and please remember that on Google Classroom you can message me on any of the assignments, and if you want to email me and you can't get on Google Classroom, you can always ask your parents if they have my email because it's on the school website. I want you guys all to have it, so just make sure you need anything, you want anything, you want to have anything answered, or if you want to let me know which of these books you might want us to read, because I'm leaning towards Mr. Rogers, just to let you know. All right, so I miss you all. I hope you're all doing well. We'll keep trying to get a hold of each other this way. And Khaleesi says goodbye. Talk to you guys later. Bye.